I have a very special story for you today. It's the story of Pumpkin. Early on the 17th of July, 2020, an anti-poaching patrol found Poachers' footprints. The footprints were tracked back to the body of a young black rhino cow. Around her now lifeless body, there was more spoor, blood, and small rhino footprints running away from the site. Monitors from the International Rhino Foundation's partner, the Lowveld Rhino Trust, or LRT, located the calf. She was approximately 16 months old, too small to be by herself in lion country, especially with an injury. LRT organized her capture and flew an experienced rhino vet down from Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. The team set out to immobilize the calf in order to assess and treat her wounds, and then move her to safety. The poor girl had been shot with a heavy caliber rifle, and her injuries were quite severe. Her wounds were cleaned out, and antibiotics were administered to help fight the infection. She was then taken to specially constructed rhino bomas to care for and recover in the safety away from lions and hyenas. Scared without her mother and in considerable pain, she was understandably very angry at the world when she found herself confined in strange surroundings. Instead of giving up, she simply doubled her anger, attacking the boma wall so violently she knocked off her front horn. This little girl had enough fight in her for 3 rhinos. For the first week, the little rhino walked from pen to pen calling for her mother, trying to find her in this foreign and frightening place. Many hours were spent alongside her boma, making soothing rhino noises in reply so that she would not feel so alone. She was called Pumpkin for the soothing sound of the word. As her anger faded and she calmed, her true character began to emerge. She became known as Princess Pumpkin due to her very fussy eating habits and the hilarious mini tantrum she would throw if anything was off schedule. Her favorite antic was to throw her food bowl, made from an old rear tractor tire, upside down so that she could eat her favorite bits at the bottom first. As her injuries healed, she also enjoyed prancing around the boma like an Arabian horse, tail in the air and snorting. We now had prancing Princess Pumpkin. After 6 weeks, her leg was healthy and her attitude was in full swing. It was time to release her back into the wild. During her stay in the boma, she had been receiving secret night visits from a wild rhino named Rocky. He is also a young orphaned black rhino. Some mornings you would see his spoor where he had approached the boma to investigate. A few days after Pumpkin was released, LRT rhino monitors found her spoor, with Rocky's following not far behind. It is hoped that they will join up and live together, both finding the companionship they crave, since tragically losing their mothers to poaching. We hope you enjoyed this story, and remember, we are all working every day to keep the 5 alive. You can find out more information at rhinos.org.